Giving feedback to groups. When and how? Modern organizations increasingly rely on teams to perform challenging tasks and solve complex problems. As it happens with individuals, feedback can help teams to organize their actions to meet their goals, reinforce their identity, and, ultimately, learn. Yet, feedback in organizations is often portrayed and implemented as a one-to-one conversation between a manager and her employees, while collective feedback is more rarely provided, even though it would be more effective for teams than individual feedback to each member. In fact, team-level feedback has proved effective at increasing team performance as well as at enhancing crucial team processes, such as increased cooperation and motivation, and states, for instance, strengthened group cohesion and collective efficacy, namely the belief that the common goal can be achieved successfully. So, when and how should managers offer team-level feedback? First, group feedback would clearly benefit highly interdependent teams who worked strictly together towards a mutual task or goal by pooling individual inputs. Secondly, group feedback is more valuable when managers want to focus on team performance, change the team members' attitudes towards the group, or decrease disagreement and conflict among members. Third, group-centered feedback is effective in reducing knowledge hiding. That is, when individuals intentionally hide or withhold relevant information and knowledge from their colleagues. Hence, group feedback is recommended when the goal is to decrease competitive dynamics among members and reduce knowledge hiding. Fourth, team-focused feedback can be used to boost creativity, although managers need to pay attention to the sign of feedback and the nature of the team in terms of information diversity. That is, the extent to which team members hold different information resources. A study has found that negative feedback increases creativity in teams characterized by high information diversity, since it encourages members to share information and knowledge to solve a problem. However, in teams with highly homogeneous information, it is positive feedback that inspires members to use their common knowledge flexibly and innovatively, fostering creativity. Regarding how to give effective team feedback, many of the winning characteristics of individual-level feedback apply. In particular, as a review of the scientific literature suggests, managers should offer team feedback that is timely, regular, specific, direct, non-threatening, and fair. Both positive and negative feedback, as well as performance and process feedback, should be envisaged. Indeed, teams should be provided with an analysis that highlights their progresses and successes, the positive feedback, as well as flags shortcomings, errors, and areas of improvement, the negative feedback. They should be given information not only about the group's outcomes and results, the typical performance-centered feedback, but also its skills and mechanisms, the process-centered feedback. Therefore, managers should include in their feedback information on aspects such as how the team communicates, coordinates, sets objectives, defines strategies, assigns tasks, make decisions, or monitor its results. This helps team members to identify areas of improvement and how to act on them, facilitating learning and performance. For instance, teams having issues related to decision-making may not be aware of this problem or lack strategies on how to improve. So, process feedback can trigger reflection and learning on these matters. Finally, when providing group feedback, it is important for managers to consider the team context and characteristics. Researchers recommend taking into consideration team characteristics such as task complexity, type of team, and tasks performed, time constraints, and team size, because they all influence how groups perceive and process the feedback received and, as a consequence, will determine whether the groups will act upon feedback and improve from it. For instance, teams that will show the greatest improvements following feedback are those working on projects with flexible workload, members assigned to specific tasks and no redundant ones, which have good internal climate with no interpersonal conflicts, and believe in their ability to perform highly, that is, teams in optimal situations. To sum up, team-level feedback bears numerous benefits, eventually facilitating team processes and performance. Managers should not shy away from giving positive and negative feedback to teams, especially to highly interdependent teams, and when the goal is to increase team performance, change group attitudes, or encourage agreement, knowledge sharing, or creativity among members. Managers should carefully plan how to provide high-quality feedback and focus on team performance and processes, always taking into consideration the characteristics of the team and the individuals composing it.